Hello and welcome to Jeopardy! Colonized Edition. Our contestants today are Betsy, who lives in Seattle, California and makes a living as a dancer. What kind of dancer? Well, that's inappropriate for discussion, but I'll tell you that it does involve feathers. And our next contestant is Bon Qui, who comes all the way from Paris, France, who makes her living as a church choir director, because that's promising. All right, and now to begin our show. Now, the categories now in play are Who Colonized Who? Name That Disease, and Historical Events Not Found in American Textbooks. Now, how about that? Bon Qui picks the first category.
Who colonized who for 100, please?
All right.
Okay.
This nation colonized Ghana.
What is Great Britain?
Correct! Speaking of Ghana, let me just tell you a little side story. One time I decided that I wanted to get a dog, and then my wife was just like, I'm Ghana.
All
right, okay, next question.
We'll go with who colonized who for 200, please.
Okay. Who colonized who for 200? This nation colonized New Zealand.
What is Great Britain?
Correct!
Who colonized who for 300?
Well, this is going really well. All right. This nation colonized Iraq.
What is Great Britain?
Correct.
How about we'll just go with who colonized who for 400?
All right. This nation colonized Somalia.
What is Great Britain?
Correct. All right, now, our category, Who Colonized Who, is all out.
Let's take historical events for 100.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. A celebration for colonial soldiers who massacred 700 Pequot Indians in their own homes in 1637.
What is the first Thanksgiving?
Correct! Isn't that great?
Historical events for 200.
Historical events for 200. Empowered Europe to conquer and subjugate peoples in foreign lands without having superior numbers.
What is gunpowder?
Oh, that's correct!
Historical events for 300.
Historical events for 300. The children of Aboriginal Australian families that were taken by the colonial government for their own protection from 1869 to 1970.
What is the stolen generation?
Yes! Correct! Next question, please.
Historical events for 400.
Historical events for 400. All right. Legislation signed by President Andrew Jackson authorizing him to negotiate with the Native Americans for their removal to the West in exchange for their homelands.
What is the Indian Removal Act?
Correct! Next question.
Name that disease for 100, please.
100?
Yes.
Okay. Now, wiped out 90% of Native American tribes in the Massachusetts Bay between 1618 and 1619.
I think that would have to be, what is European smallpox?
That is true, although on that scale, I guess it wasn't really smallpox.
Wow.
All right, next question.
Diseases for 200.
Okay. Now, allegedly a British surgeon at Mulago Hospital in Uganda was administering this virus to patients before being thrown out of the country.
What is HIV/AIDS?
Correct! We have one more question, but before our finale, we would like to take a brief commercial break with a message from our sponsors. Hello, studio audience. I'm glad that you are back, and I'm sure that you are glad that we are back. So, congratulations, we all win. All right, now let's get on with our show. Now, our final question. Name that disease for 300. A biological weapon used during the French and Indian War to wipe out Indian tribes. Oh, I'm sorry. Time is up. The answer would be, what is smallpox-infested blankets? The winner is Betsy from Seattle, California. To our studio audience, we thank you so much for attending today's episode of Jeopardy! Colonized Edition. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.